July 18th, 1960. 20th Century Fox, Set 9, Let's Make Love, filming. 2:15 p.m. Marilyn Monroe's makeup artist, 52-year-old Whitey Snyder, collapsed. Heart attack, no pulse. Marilyn had 4 minutes. What she did next shocked the crew and made paramedics say, "You saved his life." July 18th, 1960. Monday, 2:15 p.m. 20th Century Fox Studios, Set 9, Let's Make Love, filming. Hot day, 95 degrees. Even inside the soundstage, the heat was oppressive. Marilyn Monroe sat in her director's chair, between takes, waiting for lighting adjustments. Next to her stood Whitey Snyder, her makeup artist, best in the business, had worked with Marilyn since 1948. 12 years. He wasn't just her makeup artist, he was her friend. "Whitey, can you fix this?" Marilyn gestured to her lipstick, slightly smudged. "Sure thing, honey," Whitey said. He reached for his kit, then stopped. His hand went to his chest. "Whitey?" Marilyn noticed immediately. His voice was strange, weak. "What's wrong?" "My chest, it's tight. I can't." He stumbled, dropped his kit. Makeup brushes scattered across the floor. "Whitey." Marilyn jumped up. Whitey fell, hard, face first onto the concrete studio floor. The set erupted in chaos. "Someone call an ambulance. Is he breathing? What happened?" Marilyn dropped to her knees beside him, rolled him over. His face was gray, lips turning blue. She put her ear to his chest. No heartbeat. She checked his neck for a pulse. Nothing. "He's not breathing," Marilyn shouted. "Someone call 911. An assistant director ran to the phone. But Marilyn knew. In 1960, ambulances took time. 10 minutes, maybe 15. The brain dies after 4 minutes without oxygen. Whitey didn't have 10 minutes. He had 4. And Marilyn knew what to do. What nobody knew. Marilyn Monroe had trained for this exact moment, because 3 years earlier, she'd watched someone die, and she swore it would never happen again. Not if she could help it. Flashback, 1957. Marilyn was at a restaurant, the Brown Derby, having dinner with friends. At the next table, an older man was eating, laughing, talking. Then suddenly, he grabbed his throat, stood up, panicked, choking. His companions screamed, patted his back. Useless. The man's face turned purple. He collapsed and died. Right there, in front of 50 people, including Marilyn. She was frozen, helpless, traumatized. Later that night, she called her doctor. "Dr. Hyman Engelberg. Dr. Engelberg, that man died tonight, and nobody knew what to do. I didn't know what to do." Marilyn, choking is, "I want to learn. I want to know what to do. So if it happens again, I can help." Silence. "Are you serious?" "Completely." 1 week later, Marilyn enrolled in a first aid course. Red Cross, basic emergency response. Most celebrities wouldn't be caught dead in a first aid class. Too ordinary, too unglamorous. But Marilyn didn't care. She learned CPR, rescue breathing, Heimlich maneuver, bleeding control, shock treatment. For 6 weeks, she attended every class, practiced on dummies, memorized procedures. Her instructor, a retired paramedic named Jim Morrison, said, "Miss Monroe, you're the best student I've ever had. You take this seriously." "Because it is serious," Marilyn said. "These skills save lives. Do you plan to use them?" "I hope I never have to. But if I do, I'll be ready." Back to July 18, 1960. Whitey Snyder was dying on the floor, and Marilyn was ready. The crew stood frozen, watching, waiting for help. But Marilyn didn't wait, because she knew. Every second counted, and Whitey had already lost 30 seconds. Marilyn positioned herself beside Whitey, tilted his head back, opened his airway, checked for breathing again. Nothing. "Somebody time this," she shouted. "Call out every 30 seconds. The script supervisor looked at her watch. "Starting now." Marilyn placed her hands on Whitey's chest, one hand over the other, heel of her palm on the center of his sternum, exactly like she'd learned, and pushed, hard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The compressions had to be deep, 2 inches, at 100 beats per minute. 10, 11, 12. Her arms burned, sweat dripped down her face, but she didn't stop. 27, 28. Pinched his nose, gave 2 rescue breaths, watched his chest rise. Good. Back to compressions. 1, 2, 3, 30 seconds. The script supervisor called out. Marilyn kept going. The crew watched in stunned silence. This wasn't movie Marilyn. This wasn't sex symbol Marilyn. This was real Marilyn. Focused, competent, powerful. 45, 46, 47. Her dress was soaked with sweat. Her knees hurt from the concrete floor. But she didn't stop. 60. 2 rescue breaths. Back to compressions. 1 minute. The script supervisor shouted. Still no pulse. Marilyn's mind raced. Was she doing it right? Was it working? Was he going to make it? Keep going. Don't stop. He needs oxygen. 1, 2, 3. Her hands were cramping. Arms shaking. 20, 21. Minute 30. Still nothing. Come on, Whitey. Come on. 40, 50, 60. 2 breaths. 2 minutes. Suddenly, a cough. Marilyn stopped. Checked his neck. A pulse. Faint. But there. He's back, she shouted. I've got a pulse. The crew erupted in cheers. But Marilyn didn't celebrate. She rolled Whitey onto his side. Recovery position. To keep his airway clear. Where's the ambulance? She demanded. 5 minutes out. Someone yelled. Marilyn stayed beside him, holding his hand, checking his pulse. Every 10 seconds. Whitey, stay with me. Stay with me. Help is coming. Whitey's eyes fluttered. Opened slightly. To Marilyn, I'm here. Don't talk. Just breathe. What happened? You had a heart attack. But you're okay. I've got you. A tear rolled down his cheek. You saved me. Marilyn's voice cracked. Of course I did. You're my friend. 4 minutes and 30 seconds later, paramedics burst through the door. They rushed to Whitey, checked his vitals. The lead paramedic looked at Marilyn. Did you do CPR? Yes. How long? About 2 minutes. Then he came back. The paramedic's eyes widened. You saved his life. If you hadn't started CPR immediately, he'd be dead. They loaded Whitey onto a stretcher, started an IV, oxygen mask. As they wheeled him out, Whitey reached for Marilyn's hand. Thank you, he whispered. Marilyn squeezed his hand. See you tomorrow, Whitey. Tomorrow, he whispered back. But the story didn't end there. Because what Marilyn did that day created a ripple through Hollywood that changed safety protocols forever. That evening, the news spread through Hollywood. Did you hear? Marilyn Monroe saved Whitey Snyder's life. No way. How? CPR. On set. For 2 minutes. Brought him back. Marilyn knows CPR. Apparently. Nobody knew. The next day, Dr. Hyman Engelberg visited Whitey at Cedars-Sinai Hospital. Mr. Snyder, you're a very lucky man. I know, Whitey said. Marilyn saved me. She did more than that. She performed textbook CPR. Perfect technique. Perfect timing. If she'd been even 30 seconds later, you'd have brain damage. 1 minute later, you'd be dead. Whitey started crying. I need to thank her properly. She's outside. Hasn't left since you got here. She's here. All night. Wouldn't leave until I told her you were stable. Marilyn walked in. Exhausted. Still in yesterday's dress. Hair messy. No makeup. Hey Whitey. Marilyn. He couldn't speak. Too emotional. She sat beside his bed. Took his hand. How are you feeling? Alive. Because of you. The doctors saved you. No. You saved me. They just finished the job. Marilyn smiled. You're going to be okay. That's all that matters. Why didn't you tell me you knew CPR? Marilyn shrugged. Never came up. When did you learn? She told him. About the man at the Brown Derby. The first aid classes. The preparation. You did all that because you saw someone die. I did it because I never want to feel that helpless again. Whitey squeezed her hand. You're a hero, Marilyn. No, I'm just someone who paid attention in class. But Hollywood disagreed. Within a week, 20th Century Fox announced a new policy. All sets must have at least one person trained in first aid and CPR. Other studios followed. Warner Bros. Paramount, MGM. By August 1960, Hollywood had changed. Because Marilyn had acted. But there was one more thing. Something Whitey did that nobody expected. Something that would honor Marilyn forever. August 1960. Whitey was home. Recovering. He called Marilyn. Can you come over? I want to talk. Marilyn arrived. Concerned. Everything okay? More than okay. Sit. They sat. Marilyn, I've been thinking about what you did. About how you saved my life. Whitey, let me finish. You saved my life. And I want to do something. Something to honor that. You don't have to. I want to make you a promise. A lifelong promise. Marilyn was confused. What kind of promise? Whitey took a breath. Marilyn, you're the most famous woman in the world, but you're also the most vulnerable. The press attacks you. The studios use you. People take advantage. Whitey, where is this going? I want to promise you. I will always be there for you. No matter what. If you need makeup, I'll do it. If you need a friend, I'll be there. If you need protection, I'll protect you. Tears filled Marilyn's eyes. And one more thing, Whitey said. When your time comes, and I pray it's 100 years from now, I want to be the one to do your makeup. One last time, to make you beautiful. The way you made my life beautiful. Marilyn was sobbing now. Whitey, that's my promise. My thank you. For saving my life. They hugged. Both crying. 2 years later, August 5th, 1962, Marilyn Monroe died, and Whitey Snyder kept his promise. He did her makeup for the funeral. Through tears, he made her beautiful one last time. On her casket he placed a note. "Thank you for my life. I hope I honored yours, Mighty." And 12 years later, in 1974, Whitey Snyder died. Heart failure. But doctors said he'd lived 14 years longer than he should have. Because Marilyn's CPR had saved not just his life that day, but gave him 14 more years. 14 more years of doing what he loved. 14 more years with his family. Today, Hollywood's first aid requirements exist because of July 18, 1960. Every TV show, every theater production, required trained first aid personnel, required CPR-certified crew members, required emergency protocols. All because Marilyn saved Whitey. In 2010, the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences created an award, the Marilyn Monroe Humanitarian Award, given to entertainment industry professionals who save lives or contribute to public safety. The first recipient, a grip who saved a stuntman from drowning. He said in his speech, "I learned CPR because of Marilyn Monroe's story, because she showed us, fame means nothing if you can't help someone in need." She was a star, but that day she was a hero. Whitey Snyder had a heart attack on July 18th. He lived until October 5th, 14 years, 2 months, 17 days. In that time, all because Marilyn gave him 4 minutes. But here's what most people don't know. After Marilyn died, Whitey started teaching CPR, free classes, at community centers, churches, schools. "Why are you doing this?" someone asked. "Because Marilyn saved my life. And if I can teach others to save lives, then her gift keeps giving." Over 12 years, Whitey trained approximately 2,300 people in CPR. Conservative estimates, at least 15 of those people went on to save someone's life using what Whitey taught them. So Marilyn didn't just save Whitey, she saved everyone he saved, and everyone they went on to teach. That's not heroism, that's immortality. July 18th, 1960, Marilyn Monroe had 4 minutes to save a life. She used 2 minutes, and gave Whitey Snyder 14 more years. But she also gave Hollywood a lesson. Stars shine brightest when they save lives, not just entertain them. Whitey Snyder died in 19... At his funeral, his daughter found a letter he'd written, to be opened after his death. It said, "I lived 14 bonus years. Every day was a gift from Marilyn. I hope I used them well. Tell everyone, learn CPR. You never know when you'll save a Marilyn." That letter is now in the Academy Museum, next to Marilyn's makeup kit. A reminder, heroes come in all forms, even movie stars.